Yo, you're the first clip. Yo, who cut your hair? Danny? I'm gonna fuck him up. Is this mic on? I think the mic is on. What's up, bitches? We're in Puerto Rico. We found a powerhouse literally right down the street. It is so fucking fast. We literally got in last night at like 11, 12 o'clock. It is 5 a.m. in the morning. We were trying to plan out the itinerary, so we're picking up the car at 8. We could have got the car at 8 and then gone to the gym, so we decided to come to the gym earlier, and then we're gonna go to pick up the car after the fact. But we're here right now getting a quick workout with the boys. It's me, Lou, his brother, and Sandra, and then Mom at the house. But I'm fucking tired. There's no pre-workout here. I had this plant-based pre-workout that literally tasted like fucking green stuff with sparkling water, so like I'm not having it. That's crazy. But yeah, pretty decent. There's an upstairs like outdoor gym, but it kind of like rained here last night, or like kind of got fucked, so I think tomorrow we'll probably hit it. I think this actually has to be the coolest part. So they actually have an upstairs. So the gym itself is pretty fucking shut up, bitch. The upstairs is pretty sick. I don't think anybody's up here. So the upstairs is definitely mid, like in terms of like equipment. I feel like this is what most people don't understand about the outside shit. Damn, this shit condensated hella fast. All right, well, whoo.
Oh shit, it's humid.
Damn, bro, shit's fogging up as fuck. This is the outdoor gym. It's pretty shit. It's not pretty shit. It's just rusty as fuck out here. So that's obviously like downstairs and shit like that. It's cool. It's a cool concept, but like I feel like again we're far from home. Oh, it was the first clip of the day. The whole fam is here. So we just got to this spot. Sandra's up there. We're doing, so Sandra set up it's like a tour of Old San Juan, and it is fucking beautiful. This is literally, we just started the tour. This is like the first stop. And I don't know, I'm just not gonna say too much. We just got up here. Lou, the brother, and Mama are taking pictures. It is just crazy heritage, crazy history around here. And we're just trying to take it all in. A lot of pictures, a lot of photos. Sandra's pulled up, but I'm just gonna be capturing all the moments, not really talking too much, and I'm gonna take you guys throughout the day. We just had another spot. I'm gonna sound like a broken record on every fucking spot. Where is it? Brother! We gotta snipe this motherfucker. That's crazy. Dude, every angle is so fucking crazy up here. So we just took the walkway up. Dude, honestly, I have no clue where the fuck I am, but this shit is crazy. We got the flags right here. It's definitely sick. This is, it's a lot to take in. And I was talking to the girl back at home saying that like, I don't really get to do shit like this. And I don't really, the concept of just like vacation or just like getting away or just like even relaxing back at home when like you're taking a day off and shit like that. This is cool. You can bring this shit. It's just like non-existent for me. So like when I do need a break, I have to go somewhere. So Lou hit me up for like an early birthday present. And there's a lot I have to say on that to take me here and shit like that. I owe him the thanks, but right now I'm just trying to soak everything in and bring it all here. Because of the fact that it's just like beautiful. It's raining like every other fucking 20 minutes, which is like nice because it breaks the humidity, but it's definitely, it's pretty for sure. I'm trying to figure out why they have the British flag, but I'll never know because your boy went to summer school like 8 times. So, but doesn't mean we can't travel the world. So it's super nice. I'm with it though. So now we're on literally the lower level. Bro, the flags are so crazy. So we were supposed to do a tour today, I don't know if I mentioned it up there. I don't know where my mind's at because like I see something and it's fucking new. But we were supposed to do a tour today, and then after the tour we were gonna do this. The tour was free, it was at like 10 o'clock. So I'd imagine it's probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock now. But we were gonna do the tour of this after the tour, but the tour was gonna be like, stop, go, like, this is what they did here, this is what they did there, and it's like, again, it was free, so it wasn't gonna be a big deal. We were just discussing it, but I think overall, because then there's another island way over there that we're just gonna walk literally all the way through town just to see. But like literally every doorway is like onto something fucking new, and it's fucking fun because it's so nice out, and like you're higher up and you're by sea level and shit like that. So it's definitely it's cool. I'm trying to like gather my thoughts, but like I have nothing to say because of how beautiful it is, and trying to send pictures and explain it back home is like it's really breathtaking, but it's fun. I'm trying to take it all in where we can.
Envidiándose el mundo entero. Cuando me muera nada me llevo. Me tocan los panas falsos, yo lo sé. No me puedo quejar, tal vez fue una prueba de Dios. Tuve que cruzar el charco y no me ahogué. Al final de prueba hoy yo lo perdono a todos. Ahora todos dicen que yo soy el malo. Y antes todos comían de mi mano. Ya no creo, todos son panas falsos. Judas Jesucristo le dio un beso. Todos te hacen coro por los cuartos y no fueron parte del proceso, y por eso todos se viran por dinero. Todos se van cuando está en cero, envidiándose el mundo entero. Cuando me muera nada me llevo. Todos se viran por dinero. Todos se van cuando está en cero, envidiándose el mundo entero. Cuando me muera nada me llevo.
Me trancaron y se olvidaron, y hasta un hijo a mí me voltaron. Y en el cementerio los vivos, como un muerto a mí me enterraron. Y mi mejor amigo se murió, pero mi vida Dios me la cambió. Y ahora estoy comprando la mami una casa más de 1 millón. No sé qué hacer con tanto dinero ya. La Lambo y el Rolls Royce ya ni sé dónde parquear. Amigos que me amaban ahora me quieren matar. Y la amistad y la enemistad se escriben igual. Y por dinero a Jesús lo fue a entregar. Y el que traiciona es el más que dice que es leal. Mi círculo cerrado, en nadie yo voy a confiar. Y de los que gritaban frianuelos, una fue real. Todos se miran por dinero. Todos se van cuando están en cero, envidiando el mundo entero. Cuando me muera nada me llevo.
Yo sé que estamos pecando, Dios perdóname, ya está provocando. Al DJ con el dembow me está ayudando, y mi mujer por otro lado me está llamando. Y es que me voy a portar mal, tienes que saber mentir y saber disimular. Yo te quiero comer, nadie se tiene que enterar. Bebé, no te demores, la baby puede llegar.
Me voy a portar mal, tienes que saber mentir y saber disimular. Yo te quiero comer, nadie se tiene que enterar. Bebé, no te demores, la baby puede llegar. Esto no es pa' que te enamores. Quieres perder, no quieres relación de amores.
It's actually so crazy because I can literally see better with this camera in low light than I can fucking actually seeing out. So we are wrapping up the Puerto Rico trip. So there was a lot that was done. I'm not gonna cover it in this video. I'm gonna cover it literally when we get back home, because we are heading back home in quite literally a few hours, and we're just here at the beach. We're gonna hit a little bit of the nightlife and see what it has to offer, but we're literally leaving in a few hours. I'm going to get home and pack. We're gonna enjoy the last night here, taking it all in. We did quads, horseback riding, we did the rainforest, which I honestly couldn't record a lot of because there was a lot of water segments, but whatever clips I got with the phone, I'll probably overlay here. I'm just gonna cover it all at the house, but I'm personally mentally closing the trip out here on the beach, a little night walk. I got Lou and Sandra in the background. Obviously Justin and his mom stayed back, because if we do go out, obviously, whatever we end up doing, they can't be around. Well, mom can't. Well, Justin can't be alone. Justin can't be with us, and he can't be alone. So mom stays back, and then obviously Justin's underage and stuff like that. So we're enjoying it, taking a mental break and a breather. It was a quick trip, but like jam-packed few days, and like for what it's worth, I don't really get a lot of time away. And I was literally talking about it with the girl back at home that I don't really get to go away much, only because of the fact that it's literally like, it's such a fast-paced life that I lead, and I wouldn't want to change it for the world. But on times like this where I do need to take a break, I do need to get up and get away, because that's the only way I'm gonna let my mind breathe a little bit. And it's literally for a few days. It was a super long weekend, literally by definition, and that's all I really needed.
Déjalo hasta la muerte, baby.
Ahora está la muerte, baby.
Hey, this is funny. Dude, I am home. It is literally landed yesterday. We got, is this foggy or is it me? Better? I don't know. Dude, there's dirt on the camera. There's fucking, so the video laid out the way it is. I'm not gonna explain the way the video went out, like, cause this is obviously gonna be the Puerto Rico vlog, but it wasn't a whole lot of actual talking on the trip. Like, it was just fantastic. Like, we're back on, and I got a new laptop. So, all right, so Puerto Rico trip wrapped up. I probably overlaid music. It was the time of my life. Very fast paced. That's why there wasn't really much, if any, talking. I tried to close it out at the beach, but even then we ended up going out and seeing like the local like fucking nightlife, whatever it was, to a certain extent. But I do want to close out it all. I do want to close it all out here. Because as soon as I got back home, you can even hear how flustered I am with how fast everything's going. So my MacBook shit the bed. I went to fucking Best Buy today. I actually got a crazy deal because they do like open, like used, like refurbished. So I got the new M3 MacBook. I can't even open my other one. So like, it's weird. I was telling my girl, when I was in Puerto Rico, I tried to work and like upload like the Powerhouse stuff and XYZ, and the outlet that was there, and again, being in a foreign country, well, not technically, the outlet, like I ended up plugging it in, it like sparked the room at the Airbnb, because again, we stayed local. We didn't do like any fancy fucking thing, so it was very like street lifestyle living. It was very like real time Puerto Rico. We didn't do anything fancy. We didn't do anything like as much as I put up and as much as you guys are gonna see. That's all like walking the streets and stuff like that. We didn't do anything crazy. We didn't do anything like, it was like for the culture type of vacation, which is what I wanted. Honestly, like street worth in Puerto Rico, way higher value than like, in my opinion, than any like fucking resort and stuff like that, because Lou's girl ended up planning the trip and stuff like that, and I think she knocked it out of the park. It was a little tight, but I think she knocked it out of the park with like amenities and like what we were gonna do. But it was very like real life. Like that's the best way I can explain it. I know that sounds weird going on vacation, but I think what's really big in like the Spanish culture as a whole, being that I grew up in it and like in the Bronx and Mount Vernon and stuff like that, is like they've always been very big on family. So like that was the entire vibe. It was very street, family, culture oriented. So I know I keep repeating those three, but that's just literally how it felt. And hopefully you guys caught the vibes off the B-roll and whatever music I probably used unwell anyway. But 1,000 miles an hour. So we're meeting so it's Monday. We came back yesterday. Went to Powerhouse last night to have a shitty workout. Worked out with her today. Had a pretty decent workout. My neck got fucked. Literally almost fought somebody in the airport because just fucking whatever. But we had like the layover between Boston and stuff like that. Layover in Boston, wait a couple hours, that's where the altercation went down. And then we got back on the trip back home. And my neck has been fucked ever since. We worked out once the first day in Puerto Rico, which is, I think, what opened this vlog. So a couple, like literally 4 or 5 days worth of just jam-packed fucking footage. And I couldn't stop smiling. It's just the whole nine. And we're back home. So yeah, new computer I had to go get today because work can't stop. And I wanted to post Puerto Rico, but I couldn't. And, oh yeah, wait. The fucking, going back to what I said before, plugged the thing into the wall and it fucking, like, it shorted the room. And, like, I think it, like, fucking melted the, like, the battery or, like, the laptop or whatever. Because, like, it kept opening, closing, like, the laptop screen. And, it was, like, a 2018, 2019. I think it still had, like, the Intel chip. I was asking the guys at Best Buy today, which is, like, dog shit. Because, like, that is even pre- M chip that they were doing. So whatever, it was a long process needing to happen. So I didn't want to like break the bank on like the newest of the, well, I didn't technically get the newest of the new. I got like a used new, but I do want to save the money to get and build a PC, which is in the very near future, because while this does a crazy job rendering, I ended up doing 2 reels and a 30-minute vlog in under an hour. So it's like phenomenal. But again, like, I don't want to cook this. That's the thing. Like that's what I got scared of. That's what I was asking the guy at Best Buy knew the shit too. Like that's why I went up to him and I asked him, I was like, do you actually know what the fuck you're talking about? And he was like, yes, XYZ. And I don't know too much on like the software end of computers, but I did tell him on like on the camera end what I'm trying to render, what's been happening, the problem, the render, the proxy, Adobe crashing, Lightroom fucking disabling, the whole nine. So he did steer me correctly, and the stars kind of lined up in terms of like getting the newest used like refurbished version. And if you guys ever do like B&H and stuff like that, I didn't even know Best Buy offers that, but B&H, when they sell like used lens, and they're like an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. This was an open box that the guy ended up like returning or something like that, or girl, like whoever it was. So I ended up getting like $500 off, which I ended up just putting back on. Like I ended up paying the 500. I mean, I got 500 off, but I ended up putting it back on with like Apple Care, and then I did like the Best Buy card and stuff like that. So it was like 18 months of non-interest, whatever. It was 18 months of non-interest because like my credit approved of it, and I opened the Best Buy card today. I approved of it, and then it was like and I think I get like 800 back if I pay it off within the year or some shit like that, or within the term, like the 18 months. So it was some shit like that, which like is gonna be awesome because it's gonna be money back for something I'm already doing. So awesome, and I didn't have to spend it right out of the gate because we just took care of everything at Puerto Rico and stuff like that. So on top of that, we have from now until Wednesday, I think 20 meetings. It's either 19 or 20 meetings. So I have 11 meetings on Wednesday. I have 5 meetings tomorrow, and I had a couple meetings today. So it was like some weird shit like that. So Bianca set up for tomorrow. That will be something new. And then I also did maintain a new client, Sharon, which is a friend of Nicole, or like she works there. And I did a video for her a while ago. She does the postpartum Pilates, and Sharon has her own studio and stuff like that. So like again, growing with social media and stuff like that. So getting out of my comfort zone and doing all that. But where I wanted to end this video, and like fucking 7 minutes in, I'll just like this is 7 minutes in of just like fucking mayhem. But where I wanted to end the video was collecting thoughts from Puerto Rico, which I did write down because I knew this was gonna happen, like come back home and get flustered and stuff like that. So, and I was talking to Adam today in the gym. Like a lot of the guys, I just hung out with them today in the gym a little bit. Not like too much because like, whatever. But we just closed out, so Men's Mental Awareness Month last month, which was June. And that month always hits like really, really, really close to me, only because I did lose a lot of friends to things of that nature, and it is definitely upsetting to just like every time that month comes around, it always just like I always just feel different. It always feels the same every year, just like, you know, going to the graves and stuff like that and seeing my just who I grew up with. And there's a reason why like no one knows me pre 18 years old because of that. Because of things. 20%, will it last? Hopefully. Battery life is fucking sick on this. I'm actually, like, whatever. I spent the money, I was upset, but then driving home I used it. I was like, whatever. I'm talking about the computer. But, it's definitely tough, dude, because it's like, now that I really am just like leaning into all of this with the content and just like sharing my story and this and that, and it's like people are stepping up and stepping out, and guys and girls. I'm not even talking about just, you know, this specifically geared for guys, obviously, because of last month. But just in general, like getting people out of their comfort zone and stuff like that, getting people to create. And, you know, I went to lunch with Noah, Ace, and Ray, which I finally met. And, you know, like I getting out of my own way and like not knowing the right answer. Like, 'cause that's the thing, I never know the right answer, but nobody knows what they're doing. I said this over the weekend. No one knows what they're doing, but there's people like me who are doing it anyway. Meaning like we're just going out there and messing up and doing this and doing that, and obviously leaning more into my spirituality as the hours in the day go by. It's like I don't really like as on a human wavelength. We're such an inaccurate source, and I don't even mean that in an egotistical way, but it's just like I don't really lean onto anyone or anything anymore, at least to that degree. And I'm not even in the frame because I'm mentioning myself, and even to that degree only because, you know, and I caught up with Andy too, I think right before I left, and I told him, I was like, I really think the way my life played out is I'm the bad guy trying to do good things, and I'm fully leaning into that. And I'm not saying this as like an empathetic and like a woe is me type of way, but it's just like a lot of people, what they don't understand about me is like, and like I'm totally okay being misunderstood, but like it almost comes as a it shouldn't come as a shocker for like someone who doesn't have what they want but is willing to do anything for the life they want, that they're going to remain the same. So like the life that I wanted came at a cost. And did it cost me some friends? Sure. Did it have to cost me friends? No, but it did. Like, it's just the way it is. It's the route I took. It's not, and it's not, we put too much weight on the choices and the what ifs and the this and the that. And, you know, I was talking to, again, Noah, Ray, and Ace, and where fear is very like what if, faith was even if. And like I feel like even before, you know, when I was talking to, I don't know if this was Noah privately, but when it comes to like, again, for those who aren't ready, it's gonna fall on death's ear, but like I was very agnostic, which is, for those who don't understand that, it was like it's like you're on the border of like believing that there's something higher, but like you don't necessarily believe it fully. Like you don't believe in it's not real, and like you don't believe he's real, or like, but you also don't believe he's not real. It's like a weird floating area. And I feel like I was there for the longest time, because like while some things were just like whatever, like other things you can't explain, and if you catch the drift, you got it. And like that's where I feel like I've been at for the longest time. And I'm also not the guy that's gonna be like, hey, follow God and like punch it down your throat, because it's like I also don't think that like, I don't think that everybody shouldn't not, but then again I play on the spectrum of just like, we need, if everybody did what like I did, or just like, you know, I don't know, like everybody who's striving to do anything great, it's like you wouldn't really know what great is. And honestly, I was editing this video and Leah said something funny, and all good jokes contain some truth, obviously, but she was like, if every workout was a good workout, you wouldn't know what a good workout is. And running off that analogy is, if there was never horrible people, like that's the Hail Mary on like horrible people, because while yes, I lost faith in like humanity to a certain extent, it also, like, every once in a while, and it's usually 1 out of every like 10, 15 people, you find a real motherfucker that's just like, and I'm not even meaning like real, like because we're all like everybody, you know, like everybody lies, everybody does this, everybody does that. So cut the fucking bullshit for a second, because I got 3 minutes left to record and I'm about to get really fucking crazy. But like, cut the fucking shit out. Like, I'm tired of like everybody. Again, like I'm fully okay with being the guy I am. I'm okay with my mistakes. I look in the mirror every day, every morning when shit hits the fan. I'm just like, of course, you fucking idiot. But the problem is, if I talk to people the way I talk to myself, I'm really fully fucking honest that like I really wouldn't have anyone around. And I'm pushing that boundary extremely hard in my life, meaning like I'm letting people know that like, yo, whatever happened, it's at face value. Are you in or are you out? And honestly, if you're playing neutral with me, I'm gonna piss you off way the fuck more, as if you way the fuck more. Even, I'm trying to say, if you're neutral with me, I'd rather you be an enemy than be neutral with me, because if you're neutral with me, I'm gonna piss you way the fuck off more than as if you were an enemy to me. I think that's what I wanted to say, if that made sense, but I think you catch the drift. But it's like, I'm tired of people pointing the finger out and fucking, and it's happened like these past few years of my personal life have been, I've just been holding my tongue for like no other reason than just like not mentioning names, because like if I mention names on just like past businesses or friendships or relationships, they become relevant, and I'm not giving you that courtesy. I'm never gonna give anyone or anything that courtesy, whether it have been a business or a relationship. Like, it's dead to me. I don't care. Whatever happened. I don't hate you. I don't wish any bad blood on you or anything in that sense, but like, you can't walk or win with me. That's just the name of the game. And I say it all the time, if you had to pay to talk, to be a lot less chatted, because everybody that's pointed the finger at me, the fact that my foot is literally on their neck with information that I know about them, it only proves to them, if I spread that information, that I am the guy that lives rent-free in their head. So to prove that point, like all the way across the board, is if I'm already painted the bad guy in said person's head, and I go and do the bad thing that everybody puts the chip on my shoulder that I'm gonna go do, I already lose the losing battle. I never win the losing battle. How do you win? Don't fucking play. How do you win the game? You don't play. And like, I really think a lot of people are just like, and this is why I said no one knows me like pre-18, because it's like, I've danced with some scary people. Like, I've walked with scary people. I've been in groups with scary people. And I mean, like, I'm saying scary on like, I'm saying scary very loosely, because of the fact that like, there's a reason why no one knows what I did before 18 years old. The people I was running with, people I was involved with, what we were doing, how we were doing it. There's a reason why my life, as far as I started the storytelling, started at 18 plus. And I spoke briefly on it with Noah, Ace, and Ray, that the biggest goal of mine is to die with no secrets. Like, by the end of my life, is to die with no secrets. But the only problem is, my secrets get me put away. And if you catch that drift, if not, it went right over your head. But going back to the whole, bringing it full circle with like the men's mental awareness month and stuff like that, it's just like, there's these guys are just, and it's like, I get it. I'm telling you, I get it. Like, the whole fucking, but just like the anxiety, the depression, and like the sadness, that's all that's labeled today. It's like, I don't want to say something like fucking way left field and say it's not real, but it is like very luxurious in the sense, and like I feel like I kind of understand it when people nowadays, even on a Jordan Peterson level, why they say depression is a luxury. At least in our specific area, I really think it is, because first and foremost, if you really think you feel depression, I often comp for bullshit, because for those who have felt it and have gone through it, they're sorry, I just got a message. They're not around to tell it. And I think you can catch that. But like that's why I really tell people that like I'm like, and again, borderline very black and white scenario. If you can have a bad day for no reason, you can have a good day for no reason. I'm not trying to sound very fucking Gandhi or hoaxy in that sense, but it's just like, is it a bad situation? Is it a bad day? Did you just fucking spill your coffee in the morning? Did you just fucking, are you still chasing that toxic ass girl? Like, and I had the conversation with again, one of my ex's friends, and he checked up on me and this and that, and like we're probably gonna go to Florida soon, and just like whatever it is. And it's just like, I get it. It's like, sure, you can be sad, but like just do it anyway. Do whatever you're meant to do anyway. Like sick, upset, sad. Like what I don't get the the disconnect. And it's like I feel like I don't even want to say, and I'm not even like saying any of this to be like to feel or pronounce or like announce that I am special in that sense, because it's not the case. It's just like I'm literally I'm a general kid with fucking the same fuck ups, if not more. Some will argue they even have more, but I think the difference between me is I'm not painting myself like the mistakes I've made. I made them, they're done. I'm gonna fucking make more, and I'm also gonna move on from that as well. So like, if at the end of the day I'm gonna die in X amount of years, you're gonna die in X amount of years, she's gonna die in X amount of years, he's gonna die in X amount of years, what the fuck does it matter? Like, even if you do something so astronomical to the sense of like you're spoken about and you're talked about for fucking for years and years to come. Like think about the greats, Jordan, Messi, whoever, like Steve Jobs, like Elon Musk. Like how long are they gonna be remembered after they're gone? Like, sure, it'll be a family name, but I mean, even fucking like someone like Michael Jackson, generation below me would never know, and he changed everything, like game changer, complete game changer. But like, even to that extent, like, catch my drift, meaning like if people aren't even gonna remember him after X amount of time, and you're letting whatever said situation weigh on your life right now, and you're and just as much as I am, you are a nobody. Like, what the fuck does it matter? Go and do the fucking work anyway. Like, you may as well have fun. We don't have a lot of time here, and then like in my most recent like paradigm shift, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it is like swiftly reminded me that, because of the fact that like we're all on borrowed time. So like, even and I'm not saying like fucking, if someone fucks you over like the day of, just like skip past it and like, I'm happy in this. Like, I'm not saying that by any extent, but I'm saying go through it, feel it, cry, thug it out, and get the fuck to work. That's why, like, even with guys, if you're a guy that's not in the gym, especially from like 16 to 28, like I think that's a fair ratio. Like, I don't know, man. Like, fuck off. Like, I genuinely mean it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to like, and I genuinely mean within that age gap. Now, obviously above 28, I still would hope you're doing something to a physical exertion level to expend that value in yourself. Because again, like, as a guy, the only way to level the playing field is just that, is owning yourself. And I mean that's a universal statement that goes for anybody, even the girls. And honestly, I don't know why I have like my ratio on YouTube is 32% girls. So like, for all these little fucking for all the little female alphas that are listening, it applies to you. And honestly, like, I'm not even, for those females that actually do listen to me, you know what side of the table I lie in terms of like where I give advice. But I really think guys aren't guys anymore, and that's why, and while on the same spectrum, I'm like, fuck, before the year's over, we're literally gonna have 1 million men that die a year. That's literally over 2 men a minute. I also feel like we're putting ourselves in losing situations. Like, the relationship is in your bad. The girl you're talking to is fucking shit for you. The work you're doing is not really what you want to be doing. And that you could be in too deep, to the extent of now you can't make a choice and you can't make a risk, because now you're already too old. But too old and too young are both on the same spectrum, because you're too old You just got to double down on the efficiency of what you learned to make up for the lack of time. And while you're younger, you just do it relentlessly because you don't have the wisdom, but you have the energy and you just run through walls, which you guys are currently seeing right now with my life. And I'll double down on that line even when I'm older. And, you know, like, that's why I'm doing all this, so I can look back on my life and, you know, God willing, in a couple of years and see all this over. Because, like, even with all the meetings and this and that, and I mean, Leah stepping up and Leah, Bianca, Sharon, like, all these new people, like, just stepping up, Ace, Noah, Ray, just fucking, you know, like, life rewards effort. Like, I'm thinking these guys are coming out of left fucking field. And they're not. They're silently working. And even to that extent, on a super simple level of, like, how I shoot people in the gym. And again, like, just stick with me for a second because the story will make sense. But, like, I don't shoot people who, one, don't look the part, and two, don't have a fucking common sense bone in their body. And honestly, you'd be fucking surprised. And that's why even with Powerhouse as a whole, I take it to the heart because of the fact that we do have warriors in there, and we do have, like, God-fearing fucking people in there that are just like, they have a story that needs to be told, and I'm the one that's able to tell it, down from the head of the fucking gym being Paul all the way down to people who are just in there, headphones on, not talking to anybody because they're too inside their head. But I remember being that kid that was just inside his head, and, like, this is what gave me the freedom, because while I can't and couldn't, at least now I can to a certain extent, talk to anyone in real life with the problems, and, like, the therapist quitting, and, like, fucking me making the mistakes left and right, losing friends, but gaining money, and, like, money was the only adversity. I mean, my only ego was, my ego that I did have was the only adversity I faced, so killing that opted me to the next level. But then I was losing friends, but I wasn't losing friends on a value of that I was doing good in business. I was losing friends because I was being a bad person. So it's like I confused the two, and it's like it twisted and it intoxicated my mind in that sense of, like, well, what the fuck is going on? And again, it was like a long time that, like, being in my head and this and that, and just I had to stop. I had to stop digging, stop thinking, stop whatever fucking metaphor, and just, like, take it all at face value and just fuck it. Just literally fuck it. And I know this rant is going on forever, but like I said, I've had 4 days of just fucking quiet. I haven't been posting. I have been recording, but I haven't been posting because of the fucking... But again, everything happens for a reason. I got a faster computer, sure. I spent money, but more money and a positive attitude changes everything. But, like, I really feel like the computer had to shit the bed. I had to have the camera. I had to forcefully record. I had to, you know, like, and not even... I don't even say forcefully in that sense, but, like, even being in Puerto Rico, like, this, I could have got ran up on, and I almost did a couple times in Puerto Rico just having this gear, because, again, it was very street living. But to that extent, bringing it all full circle, it's like even with and Rich, even with coaching and stuff like that, and, like, you know, like, people reaching out and doing this and doing that, like, I genuinely, and, like, I really, I'm gonna keep saying it, and I feel like I've only said it in, like, 2-3 videos, but I really feel like I'm on the right path. It's like, because again, where I couldn't talk to anyone, this was my way, this was my touch with reality. It's almost being so good at it that I can stay out of reach but still be in touch. And it's like I parry that line very like not loosely, but very carefully. I'm sorry, yeah, not loosely, total opposite of that, very carefully, because again, this separated me from reality. But again, this isn't reality. This was very, like, it's not real. Like, I need human interaction. I need to be in my environment to affect my environment. And I you know, and a lot of the times, even with my Instagram quotes, that's stuff I need to hear. So it's like, I'm totally okay. And it's like, I used to shame myself to victories. And then when I got there, it felt like I was defeated and I didn't really win. And I don't even show the cars anymore, because it's like, not embarrassed, but it's like, this fucking screen has made me so vain and so insecure to that extent. And it's like, I let other people's view of social media paint the picture in my head that this was, like, it's the devil, it's this and that. And, like, while it can be, it's also the greatest thing ever. Like, it literally is the greatest thing ever. And where great power and risk lie is the greatest opportunity. And opportunities misused and led
incorrectly are our downfall. And the fact that I do have stuff to show for it, I'm not just pulling stuff out of my ass, I'm not just talking it, I'm walking the walk, I'm showing you guys visually all of it, is like that's where it became a game changer for me. Because I'm not your normal influencer. I'll tell your influencer to fuck off. I don't want to talk to him or her. It's just they're very hollow. Like I don't do the gym for the gym. I don't like influencers come to me and ask for work, like and ask for me to shoot them because I know how creative my eye is. I didn't just pick up a camera, just pick up the fucking camera. And I had this talk with Noah on this very fucking couch. I was sitting right there, and I had the conversation with him right here. And I'm like, are you shooting content to just shoot content? I was like, for me, I just needed someone, and the someone ended up being me. And obviously, like when people come around with Donovan, and Donovan started coming back around again, which is awesome. Are you shooting like just for the sake of shooting? And while it's tricky because it's a form of monetization in our field, it's just entertainment. For me, it's storytelling, and it's like it's making. And again, I'm not gonna beat the dead horse because I said in my last video, if you watched it, but going back to painting Paul's picture of where the guy could have gone bad and ended up staying semi-good in that sense. I'm not even saying it in like in an antagonizing way, but like the story that he's been through, how he hasn't gone bad is more impressive than like how angry he actually gets, because he contains himself very well, and then where he can't, he optimizes and puts the pressure on himself to just get better. And very few and far between can do that. And I'm learning from him in that sense, and I can bleed through the lens. I can tell you my story, I could do this, I could do that, I can give you the behind the scenes, I could do it all that. And even down with with Raw, I just hit up Hunter. We're going to start doing, I think I'm speaking prematurely, but all of the New York area, I'm going to start taking care of in terms of like demo and reps and stuff like that. So like that's super cool. We're actually starting that, I think, this weekend, if not the following weekend. We just got to call Vitamin Shops, GNC, and obviously we're going to be doing them at a Powerhouse Brewster as well. That'll be more info once I get it. But stuff like that. More opportunities within Powerhouse. We just had a meeting before I left with another form of social media, which by the time this video is out, it'll probably be already up and running. But just on more raw, for lack of better terms, not Raw the company, but like more pure raw entertainment, funny, behind the scenes stuff is going to be coming to you guys. And it's just doing like with guys specifically, like get the fuck up and move. Get a job. Like I don't know if stay-at-home jobs are the thing, even though it's comfortable. Like just get uncomfortable. Just seriously get uncomfortable. Like stop chasing girls. You know, buckle down on a woman, and I mean that. Like I mean that statement because I used to be the guy that fucking chases girls, and stop chasing girls. Like the one woman is out there for you, but you're fucking up, and you're not gonna find her, or she's not gonna fall in your lap in that sense because you're not ready. So you're not gonna be trusted with more if you fuck up a little. So put the fucking broads to the side, focus on the girl you want, get your accolades in order, write down the fucking characteristics of like who you want them to be in this. I'm not even, I mean, I was crazy and wrote down fucking hair colored, eye colored, like everything. And it's like, and it happened. And I'm putting a pin in that because like it's gonna pop up very soon. But like it happened for me. And it's when, who was I? Fucking Lewis on vacation. I was like, and his girl. I was like, I'll fall in love fucking tomorrow. I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? That's where people have me twisted because they're like, oh, you drive a hard bargain, this and that. Well, yeah, as a man of value, we take years to build ourselves, and I'll bring it full circle here because like I'm fucking going on. But it's an important message to me, and like I can go on for fucking hours on this because again, it's for my guys, and I feel like, and I'm not saying my guys, like I'm talking about the entire male population, but I feel like as a guy that's speaking up and is being vulnerable and is knocking down all of those variables in my life and showing people that like, sure, I have this life that you want, but one, it came at a cost, and two, like I'm still just as fucking uncomfortable, and I'm having the same conversations. I'm the same guy that you are. I'm working harder in preseason. I like, all men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. That is the fucking fallacy of men. Like, I'm tired of the fucking woe is me stories and this and that. Everybody's got something, and the only guarantee is that Somebody has it worse and did it fucking better. And that goes for me as well. Like, I'm not saying I'm the end all be all of fucking shit stories. It's just like, it is just another shit story until you make it. So like, I just chose to make it. Just as you can, whoever's fucking listening, whoever's watching through the lens, and if you made it this far, fuck off. I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. Fuck off. And just get to work. And I'm saying it with a smile because like I literally have these conversations with myself internally. And I'm setting the bar high. And for those who are following me, I'm driving a hard bargain. And like, I hope on that level you feel it, because it's like, I'm not with the excuses. I'm not, you know, like, a lot of time went by, and not even a lot of time went by, but enough time went by to re-piss me the fuck off. And I'm more focused than ever. And I don't even know where to end this, but I'm just gonna, because like, I don't know where the fucking rant went. But I mean, when it comes down to mental health, like, I'm all for it, but like, you cannot get out of the rut you're in without helping yourself. So tell the girl to fuck off, focus in on your goals. As soon as a guy starts thinking with the right head and owns himself financially, everything changes. So don't let your heart go to your head, especially for the guys, because it just, I feel like we lose at the end of the day only because like, we think no one's going through what we're going through. And if I'm being completely honest, I can throw a rock right outside my window and it'll hit the next guy that's going through the same thing I'm going through. So if I could just make it easier for the next fucking guy, it's literally all I want. So I don't even know how long this rant was, but it was worth it. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy I just dropped God knows how much fucking money on this computer, but whatever. More money and a positive attitude. But we'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.